when Manoj sir returns to the Gulmohar Villa and Sharmila ji is so moved to see her son back. I really like that line, अहम और शर्मिंदगी से आगे बढ़ने के लिए मर्दों को ज्यादा वक्त लगता है. That scene is a special scene. Times that we all look forward to because every day there would be some special dish that Manoj sir had organized for us to taste. But of course there were no dialogues or anything. We just had to dance around and have fun. That was the first time I worked in Bombay.
Hello guys, look who do we have here? We have the super talented Santhy Balachandran. Welcome to Filmibeat.
Sure, thank you. That's so kind.
And you know what? Let me tell you that many people, including me, we fell in love with your character. Especially so that kind. Love story that you have. And so first of all, I want to know that how did you get the role? Because did you approach for the role or it came to you directly?
It came to me actually because the casting company, they got in touch with me and they asked me to audition for the part of Reshma, and it was in 2021 and we were in the thick of pandemic and everything, so I did the self-tape from Cochin where I stay. I sent it across and then one thing led to the other and I became Reshma.
But still, your character, see, whenever we talk about any film, majorly what happens that you have a hero or a heroine. So right. Generally in the films, they don't have the parallel love stories for the parallel cast also.
Right.
So when you got to know that you also have that, focus on your character, were you happy and you felt some difference that this script has something different?
Yeah, I mean, it was very exciting when I read the script because I felt that Rahul and Arpita, who have written the script together, they gave really nice weightage to all characters in the script. It's a true ensemble, the film. Yes, we have some veterans acting in the film, but all the characters have been given their due space and they all seem like people we meet in life. They have a history, they have their own conflicts and desires, and it really felt like all the storylines were treated with respect, and I really enjoyed reading it as a script, and I was very excited to see how it would translate on screen. And I watched the film for the first time in the beginning of February. We had a private screening for all the cast, and we were all very moved by the different storylines and how it all beautifully came together on screen.
But Santhy, what is your favorite part in the movie, which that actually got you cry?
I don't know. I think there's so many moments which are very special. For me personally, from one of the scenes that I really liked was there's Chandan, who's an amazing actor. He and I have a scene together where I go and ask him where Jeetu is, and he kind of gets mad at me. And I think that's the moment of realization that I cannot expect this man to come and speak to me, that I have to make that move myself. And I think that was like a nice scene that we got to work together on. And Chandan's a very generous actor, so it was fun to work on that scene with him together. And then of course I really like that line, अहम और शर्मिंदगी से आगे बढ़ने के लिए मर्दों को ज्यादा वक्त लगता है. That scene is a special scene. It's one of my favorite lines from the movie. Apart from that, there are so many different moments which work together. One of my favorite scenes involves Manoj sir and Simran ma'am in their bedroom. They're eating them tablets and just having this conversation before winding up and going to bed. And there's a sense of comfort and intimacy in their performance that really makes you believe that they've been married for years and years together, and there's still that love between them, and she's scolding him but also being loving, and that moment of really that can come only because they're such good actors, because they're so comfortable. They've created that space of comfort between those characters, and that's definitely one of my favorite scenes. And then also there's the scene towards the end when Manoj sir returns to the Gulmohar Villa and Sharmila ji is so moved to see her son back. I think that's a moment that made me well up for sure.
But there's a moment that people are still waiting for the closure. Your character gives that letter, that chitti to
Right.
Chandan, and we are still waiting. If there was a scene after that letter, what would be that scene? Will you both be together, or there will be, you know, a little bit of gap remaining between you both?
So no, I think it's pretty much. I mean, Jatin, who played Jeetu, there's a scene just before the Holika Dahan, when we both walk in together and we're standing next to each other while the Holika Dahan is going on. And there's a little sequence in the song as well where we're shown feeding jalebi to each other. So it is kind of assumed that they have kind of gotten to communicate their love to each other, and things look rosy at least.
Happy ending.
Happy ending, yes.
But may I ask you, is this your first Hindi content that you've done?
Yes, yeah, it is. The only other thing I did on a national scale before this was a Bumble ad with Ishan Khattar, which was directed by Tariya Gai, which came out last year. But of course, there were no dialogues or anything. We just had to dance around and have fun. That was the first time I worked in Bombay. But yeah.
But see, thankfully you told me, we have seen you in Jallikattu, such a amazing movie. Then you have done this in Hindi language-driven content. Yeah. What is the first difference that you noticed when you started shooting for this movie? Basically, the difference when you shoot down there in South and when you shoot here. What's the first difference that you noticed?
I mean, I don't think I can give like a generalized comment, because again, Gulmohar is not your typical Bollywood film either. It's a boutique film. It's been commissioned by a studio for OTT. So it was not the typical experience, I would say. Especially also because the team led by Rahul really made an effort to make sure that all the cast and crew stayed together and we all bonded. And it was a very friendly set. You know, we all kind of gelled really well. We all hung out even when we were shooting and stuff. And in that aspect, I feel like there was some similarity to how things work in Malayalam, where things are a lot more informal and people just kind of hang out together and all of that. But I think for me, the one difference I would say was that it was a lot more structured and formal in terms of communication, because I guess it's a studio that's handling the production. It felt a lot more formal than a Malayalam set does in that respect.
Oh, by the way, how was the shoot with Manoj sir and Sharmila ma'am? Because it itself is a different kind of a casting, and when you have those two veterans, those two great actors to act along with, so were they focused? They were doing some masti, or what happened? I want to know some kissa, some stories.
Manoj sir is somebody who really likes getting people together to have a good time, and every day for lunch he would somehow manage to get us something special from some corner of Delhi. And lunch times are always times that we all look forward to, because every day there would be some special dish that Manoj sir had organized for us to taste. So he really is like the life of the party. He just enjoys getting people together and to add color to like a gathering. So that was really nice. And he was also very, very down to earth, very chilled out, so there wasn't that sense of intimidation that you would expect, because he was so kind and so genuine and just really super friendly. And Sharmila ji has a very sparkling sense of humor, and she'll just say something very simply, very casually, but it'll be like right on target and still make you chuckle. Like hours later, also you'll be thinking of how she passed that comment at the right.
I think that sense of humor came in staff also. I don't know how you work with him.
Yeah. That's probably from Madhustan, I guess. She's amazing. She has a really witty sense of humor, and she's obviously like as charming and elegant as you see her on screen. So it was nice, when between our scenes and stuff, we'd sit and talk to each other, and it was great. I mean, I got to share screen space with Amolji and Sharmila ma'am, and So and obviously coming from the south, Simran's a superstar in Tamil and Telugu films, and she was super popular. So it was very lovely to hang out with somebody who's like such a mega star, but who's so down to earth and lovely. You know, she would be talking so casually about things at her house and like about her kids. So it just felt like, you know, you were just sitting around with very normal people, just having a chat. Yeah, there were no airs anyone had.
But you know what? we are speaking about the whole industry of Indian entertainment in India as one entertainment industry.
Right.
Earlier it was Bollywood, Tollywood, this would, that would. You know, this should have happened earlier. Don't you think so? Because South was always ahead of its time in terms of the technology, in terms of stories. But the pandemic changed the game. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think the pandemic definitely, with the opening of OTT as a space for entertainment, I think has really done wonders, because I think people are open to watching content from other languages. They making great use of subtitles and, you know, just exploring stories that come from places other than one's own. And I think that has changed the game for actors also, because now you have roles being written which don't necessarily, you know, root you to one time and space. And it's really nice. I think it's a great time to be an actor in India.
Okay, since you said that it's a great time to be an actor. If you were asked to be the female lead of any hit Bollywood movie recently,
okay,
what do you think that movie would be?
Oh, what a difficult question. Piku.
Piku, oh, you like Piku?
I love Piku.
So,
I think that's a film that resonated with a lot of people. I think a lot of people would be able to connect with that character's journey and, you know, life circumstance. And it was obviously it was done to perfection by Deepika Padukone. But since your question was what is a recent movie, that would be my answer.
Tali, and can you tell us, our viewers, about the future project, especially in Hindi language?
I don't have anything in hand yet. I'm hoping more work comes my way because of Gulmohar and Reshma. I would definitely love to explore more Hindi content. I have a Tamil web series for Amazon Prime that's going to release soon. It's probably going to come out in May. So it's about 3 women from one family, like the grandmother, mother and daughter, who go on a road trip. So it's in a similar space to Gulmohar in the sense that it's a family drama. It's very feel good, and, you know, it'll make you cry, it'll make you laugh. You know, it's that sort of space. My grandmother's being played by the veteran actress Lakshmi, and my mother's being played by Madhu from Roja. Yes. So I mean, that was also, we had a wonderful time as a cast. You know, we all got along really well. It really felt like a family unit, and I'm very excited about that project too. It's an 8-episode show, and it's got some lovely music, really beautiful art direction. I mean, it's a very good team that has come together to, you know, tell a story.
It was so nice talking to you, Santhy. Thank you so much.
Same here, Raj. Thank you.
Thank you, and wish you all the luck for all your projects.
Thank you so much. That's so kind. Wish you all the best too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye.